YouTube, what's going on? If you're new here, my name is Roger. I own a company called QVO Tactical where we make holsters and gear and also film content for this channel. As you guys saw from the intro, today we are revisiting the company FLUX Defense to give you our initial review on their Flashmag and their Flashmag R. So for those of you who've been following the channel, you might remember back in January when I actually got to meet up with the guys from FLUX Defense at SHOT Show. They were nice and gifted me one of their braces to do our initial review on it, this video here. Since then, FLUX Defense has come out with a few new products to include their Flashmag and their Flashmag R. So the FLUX Flashmag is both a light and a magazine carrier, and it can be holstered. FLUX Defense has clearly stated that it was not designed or intended to be a vertical foregrip. So before I start getting a bunch of comments and questions about legalities and the ATF and all that jazz, I want to state this. First off, it's your responsibility to research the local, state, and federal laws that pertain to you. In addition to that, I'm not a licensed attorney, so I'm not giving you legal advice. I will recommend you take a look at their website though and see this. Their website clearly states it does not turn your pistol into an AOW or an SBR as it's not a vertical foregrip. It's not a foregrip at all. If it were to ever be considered an angled foregrip, remember it is legal to put an angled foregrip on a pistol, different angle than 90 degrees perpendicular to the bore. See various ATF letters online regarding angled foregrips. With that being said, I want to show everyone that products similar to the FLUX brace and the FLUX Flashmag already exist on the market. Chris Vector pistol with a brace. CA Ronnie with a Glock and a brace. Glock 17, FLUX brace, FLUX light mag. Glock 34 with the FLUX brace and the FLUX light mag R, and the Obsidian 9 from Rugged Suppressors.
Same, but different. But still same.
Now for me, one of the main features that puts FLUX Defense above all of the other competitors on the market is how compact it is. With all of the other pistol, PDW, integrated lights, chassis, braces, etc. out there on the market, I feel that the FLUX Defense setup is the most compact and concealable, which is the main feature I feel like all of the other competitors lose.
Nice.
Now you can purchase the Flashmag from FLUX Defense in two different configurations. The first being the normal configuration, which utilizes the Olight S1R baton as the light. It's integrated into the housing and you can actually recharge the light without having to take it out. Now while I'm not a fan of the Olight S1R baton being utilized as a weapon light, which I'll explain in detail in a minute, I do understand why FLUX Defense chose to go with this light. It's a very common light on the market, it's inexpensive, it's rechargeable, and it's very bright with 1000 lumen output. For those of you who prefer to go with a more traditional weapon mounted light, they have the Flashmag R, which is their railed version, using a Picatinny rail that can attach various weapon mounted lights out there on the market. In our video, we chose to utilize the Surefire XH35. So the FLUX Defense Flashmag is designed to be used in full-size Glocks chambered in 940 or 357. It will accommodate gens 3 through 5. If utilizing compact models such as the 19 or 23, it's recommended that a compensator be used for safety reasons so that the muzzle extends past where the hand placement is on the Flashmag. Now as always guys, I want to give full disclosure. FLUX Defense was nice enough to send out these Flashmags for me to use. I did not pay for them, nor are they paying me to do this review. Now for this review, I used three different host guns. The first being my favorite, which was the Glock 34 Gen 5 MOS with an aimpoint acro, their Flashmag R and Surefire XH35, and the FLUX brace with my new Obsidian 9 from Rugged Suppressors. The second setup was my Glock 17 Gen 4 MOS with a Delta Point Pro, the Flashmag, Olight S1R baton, and the FLUX brace. And the last setup, which was probably the most fun, was a Glock 19 with a fun switch from Ventura Munitions.
Sweet!
For those of you who are curious about the exact specs on the Flashmag and the pricing of the different variations offered, I would definitely recommend you check out their website. So when FLUX Defense reached out to me about their Flashmag, they asked me what applications I could see this being utilized for in both a civilian and law enforcement capacity. So before heading out to the range, I wanted to test the application of the lights in both the Flashmag and the Flashmag R setups. So I utilized the Ventura office where it was a little bit of low light, and we did a couple of room clearing exercises to show the differences. As you'll remember earlier, I said I don't like the Olight S1R baton as a weapon setup, and this is why. The Olight S1R only has a constant on or a constant off feature. There is no momentary feature, which in all of my years of training, I've always used momentary to clear rooms. Now this doesn't make it impossible to utilize the Olight S1R baton, as if it was the only thing available to me, I would much rather have it than not. It just becomes a training issue in having to remember to engage the light by clicking it on, search the area, and then turn it off as you move to the next area. Which is much different when you're utilizing a light such as the Surefire XH35 that we had, and you can engage it with a momentary feature to search, scan, and then turn off and continue your search. Now again, this isn't a deal breaker, as I would much rather have the light than not have it. However, my preference is to have a momentary feature over a constant on and constant off. But like I said before, I completely understand why FLUX Defense chose to go with the Olight S1R baton due to cost, how available they are on the market, and the fact that most people already have one. Now as far as application, for me the best application is off-body carry. If you guys follow our social media, I know you've seen me on Instagram pulling so many different things out of the Vertex bags I have, the FLUX Defense brace setup being one of them. I could also definitely see this being utilized as a truck gun or a self-defense gun at home. But like I said, what really stuck out for me was the off-body carry application. I think back to the days when I was doing some plainclothes stuff on the Las Vegas Strip. Having this inside a bag with the current configuration that it's in, I would have much rather preferred that over just carrying the subcompact gun I had on my body. Now I'm not saying it will be a replacement, but more of an in addition to. Now don't get me wrong, I don't think that the FLUX brace and the Flashmag should ever replace your carry concealed setup, as it's not concealable. However, as a secondary choice in an off-body carry situation, I think it's definitely advantageous to have it than to not. So before heading out to the range, I reached out to some friends to get some help with this video. The guys over at Ventura, my buddy Tyler, Reel to Film, and Sal Guns, all of which I'm sure you know from Instagram. While we were out on the range, it was easy to see that having the FLUX brace and the Flashmag made it easy to hit targets consistently at distances further than what a pistol is typically used for. Quick and consistent hits on steel at 40 yards plus were not a problem at all. We also noticed that shooting on the move is much easier having that set up nice and tight to the body. Like I said before, in my opinion, carrying this in a bag designed for off-body carry is a great personal defense setup. Drawing from the new dead letter sling from Vertex is easily accomplished with minimal practice. Nick and Tyler picked it up quickly with minimal practice.
Plus, it's not a man purse, it's called a satchel.
Now, like most of you out there, I too am not comfortable carrying this inside of a bag where the trigger guard's exposed. And until now, there hasn't been a holster available for this Flashmag setup. In addition to sending me the Flashmags, FLUX Defense also sent me their Flashmag holster. The Flashmag holster utilizes a level 2 thumb release which retains the weapon securely. As you can see here, we have mounted it inside a Vertex bag utilizing our Velcro mount and the Safariland QLS setup. Using the QLS setup allows you to easily disconnect it and attach it to a belt setup if needed. Now I want to say this, guys, I get that this product isn't for everybody. However, I really think that if you haven't tried it out, you should definitely try it out before you make judgment on the product. As some of you might remember, years ago, red dots weren't common on handguns. They were actually looked at as overkill. But now as you look at it, a lot of military groups and law enforcement agencies allow their personnel to utilize red dots on all their handguns. Red dots on handguns have gone from being something that was looked at as overkill to something that is looked at as the standard now. Lastly, let's talk about the fun factor. Everybody had smiles on their face when they were able to pick up one of the Glocks and just hit a target out at 50 yards consistently with no problems. We all know that feeling when you're pinging off steel and just consistently hitting it. It's a good feeling. It's even more fun when you get to do it in full auto. Ventura was nice enough to bring out one of their Glock 19s with full auto capabilities. For those of you who have shot handguns with full auto capabilities, you definitely know how hard it is to mitigate that recoil. With the FLUX brace and Flashmag attachment, mitigating that recoil is a much easier task, as you can see in the slow-mo footage.
Damn!
Well guys, that's it for our initial review of the Flashmag and the Flashmag R. For those of you that have been waiting for this video, I hope it met your expectations and you liked it. If you did, give us a thumbs up down below. If you are new here, please consider subscribing to our channel as we post several videos throughout the week. And as always guys, I'll see you in the next video. Nick, how much time did you get to practice these draws?
About 5 minutes, if that.
Tyler, how many practice reps did you get? 5. does it cost to get one of these?
Shit! Camera speed, action.
Whatever, Dick.
Bro, we were doing buy one, get one, 75
That's
bucks.
me.
Is it just?
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Just like, looking back on it.